Hey guys, welcome back to Clubhouse Kids. So today's video, I want to show you some of the things that I do to keep my daycare clean as we go into the flu season and the winter months, and just some extra things I do to try to keep germs to a minimal. And so if you're interested in that, stick around and watch this video. Okay, so when you have a group of kids, it's inevitable that you're going to have runny noses, sickness is going to come out, and it's just something that as daycare you just have to deal with. But I do have some tricks that I do in my daycare to help minimize all that. Throughout the entire year on a normal basis, I do keep my daycare pretty clean. I disinfect, our changing pad after every diaper change. After the kids have used the high chair, I always use a Lysol spray to clean them. Every evening, I will usually grab like a Clorox wipe and wipe down all the toys. If I notice that a toy has been consistently in somebody's mouth, I always throw it into the sink. In general, I always try to buy toys that can be wiped. So a lot of like more plastic toys, something that can be cleaned easier than cloth toys. And I boiled all the kids' pacifiers twice a week, and I wash all the sheets once a week. And so I do try to keep a handle on germs in daycare. So this video, I'm going to more focus on the extra things that I do as we get closer to the flu season. Okay, for the first thing that I like to do is, instead of using the Clorox wipes on the toys on the weekend, I like to use this Palmolive antibacterial soap. So I just get a bucket of water and I just scrub each of the toys. So another thing that I like to do is wash all the covers on the swing and boppy pillow and anything that a baby lays in or that can be washed that is cloth, because most of that stuff is just like held on by like snaps, and they're very easy to take off and you can run them through your washing machine. And even when I'm buying infant equipment, I always look for the equipment that the covers easily come on and off. When I'm taking all the sheets off my cots and pack and plays, I will also scrub down the sides of the pack and plays with that Palmolive antibacterial soap and water. And then I do the same thing with my cots. I will take the sheets off of them and scrub them down. I will take their pillowcases off to wash, and then I like to spray the pillowcases with Lysol. So I've made a whole nother video on oils that I diffuse throughout the day in my daycare, but one that I like to diffuse once I notice that someone has a runny nose, or even just throughout those winter months, is On Guard. And then for my older kids, if you have older kids like preschool age, school age, what I find is that there is like a toy of the week, and everybody just seems to be playing with the same toy consistently throughout the week. I will usually grab that bucket of toys on the weekend and wash those. And just like my infant room, I try to find toys that can be washed, and I'll just throw them into the sink with hot water and soap, and then so I know at least once a week one of those buckets are getting a really good clean. And then another thing I like to do is, once that flu season hits, I go over to my dishes and I pull all of the silverware out, and I will just put those away until spring. This is just a really good thing to do. Out of all the dishes, the silverware seems to go in the mouth the most. Okay, so I hope that helps you guys get some ideas on things to do to help keep those germs away. Now, one of the things that really does irritate me is when I hear people say, oh, my kid's sick because they're in daycare. And yes, I get it. Like, they are with other children, but everybody has to do their part. And, even just taking your child out, unless your child sits in home all day, anywhere that you take your child, appointments, shopping, like, there's germs everywhere. And so this is just something that I do to help keep the germs to a minimal in my daycare. But you are still going to get kids that are sick, and I think it's just challenging even when you have those daycare kids that are just a little bit sick. It can just be hard to kind of keep everybody happy and the day scheduled when you just have one that just is kind of crying on you and just wants you to be held because they're not sick enough to stay home. but they're just not feeling good, and it's just can make it no fun for anyone. And even parents, like if your child does get sick, it's hard. Like you have two working parents, and you know, throughout the season you have to take a lot of time off to be home with your sick kiddo. So this is just something that I do, and I think it really does help keep and I mean, my kids in my daycare do get sick, but I do think overall we are usually a pretty healthy group. Okay, so thanks for watching this video, guys, and comment below anything, tips and tricks that you guys do in your homes or daycares to help throughout this flu season. And if you like this video, make sure and give me a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video.